All right, so yesterday the trailer dropped for The Smashing Machine, a new movie by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which follows the life and times of
The Smashing Machine, Mark Kerr,
a legendary old-school mixed martial arts fighter that was the champion at UFC 14 and UFC 15 when you used to fight multiple people in one night. He fought all over the world, spent a long time fighting out there in Japan in the Pride FC organization. And of course, anyone that spends that amount of time in the ring or the cage, they deal with a lot of pain. Sometimes you deal with a lot of surgeries like myself. And it's well known now that there was a struggle going on with opioid addiction. This was first discovered in the documentary The Smashing Machine that was written and directed by Gavin O'Connor, who's a tremendously skilled director. Now he directs movies like The Accountant and The Accountant 2, which just come out recently. I just had lunch with him a couple of weeks ago, by the way. But anyway, The Rock has taken this by the helm. He's produced it through his own film company, and it follows mixed martial arts. And I'm very, very excited to see what he has done with this, because there's been some good MMA films over the year, but I still don't think we've seen a movie that does mixed martial arts any justice. Of course, when you look at boxing, there's so many great movies. Cinderella Man is one of my favorite. Of course, the entire Rocky series is phenomenal. Every single fighter that grew up, they all watch Rocky. They all absolutely love it. You hear the Eye of the Tiger and you can't just help but start shadow boxing and going crazy. But anyway, never mind that. Let's have a look at the trailer and we'll see what we think.
Probably looking at my eyes.
How did that happen?
You know what? I do sympathize, because I've been in that exact situation. After a fight, you're black and blue, you're covered in stitches and black eyes, and your nose is pointing that way. You look like an absolute thug. So you've always got to explain it to people.
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
That's the bloody thing they're trying to ban.
This guy. And it was banned, wasn't it, up until 2003. The popularity of the sport today, to think that it used to be banned, it wasn't even allowed on cable TV, where Dana White used to say famously, porn was allowed, but the UFC wasn't. It's insane.
Is the best he has ever seen.
Do you hate each other when you fight?
Absolutely not.
He's right.
How do you know Mark Kerr?
Oh, we go way back. But he's a buddy of mine.
Come on, baby.
That's Ryan Bader there, by the way, who plays Mark Coleman, another legendary fighter. If you're not an MMA enthusiast, if you watch MMA, you watch the sport, you know all this already.
Too much?
Never.
Too much?
No.
Please welcome in his octagon debut, Mark Kerr!
Winning is the best feeling there is. It's 40,000 people,
Yeah.
and they're cheering you on. There's no other high like it in the world.
Oh, it is the best feeling in the world. When you walk out there in front of a packed arena, 20,000 people, then you go up against another alpha male, just you and him in a ring, in a cage. Oh, I miss it.
No contract, no money?
No money.
Do you have any stronger pain medication?
Advil?
Advil?
Yeah.
Advil ain't gonna get the job done.
Don, would you like?
No.
They're handing them out like candy. Let's all get in. Everybody get in. Yeah, Don, can you take this picture for us?
Yeah.
What are you thinking at the beginning of the fight?
It's simple. Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
Yes, there were times, I'm sure
This Grand Prix to crown the greatest fighter in the world. He has come back from the brink. Let's see if he can pull out a victory over Mark Coleman.
Have you spoken to either about fighting such a good friend for a life-changing amount of money?
I faced it all,
I just need you to let me in.
I took the bull.
Always about you. Only about fighting you.
Let's fucking go. My big strong man, I love
I think he wants your autograph.
Sure, no problem. No fighting.
Well, I tell you what, that looks absolutely phenomenal. It really does. It's got a great cast. Emily Blunt, of course, The Rock, who's done a tremendous amount of movies. He can wrestle as well, so he's going to be able to do all the physicality of the role, the wrestling, the punching, the kicking, the mixed martial arts. Of course, if you're an MMA fan or a boxing fan, you recognize a few familiar faces in there as well. So I'm really excited for this because, as I said at the beginning of the video, I don't think there's been a movie that truly captures the heart or the essence of mixed martial arts and the journey what all the fighters go through. And of course, with Mark Kerr, it's the story is that he was struggling with an opioid addiction as well. Yeah, man, it looks like it's going to be really, really good. And I can certainly kind of relate myself as a man that's sitting here in neck pain as we speak, as a man that has an ice pack, by the way, not for effect. I did that arm wrestling, some dickhead.
Ready, set, go.
I'm going to embarrass myself. But it just doesn't seem to be healing up, so I'm icing it. I've got a torn labrum. I've had my nose rebuilt. I've got one eye, as you all know if you come to this channel regularly. I've got 2 total knee replacements, and I've got a few other surgeries scheduled along the way. But mixed martial arts gives you a great life, and this certainly looks like it's going to be a tremendous movie. So well done to everyone involved. I hope Mark Kerr makes an absolute fortune off this. I really do. But as I say, let's have a bit of fun now. It looks like a good movie, but we've had some bad ones over the years. Yes, we have. And I've been in some of them as well. Let's have a look at this real quick. Boom. Check out your boy, Beatdown. Front cover of the DVD.
We are on. Could go as high as 50,000, but you're fighting Victor.
I've never acted a day in my life. I absolutely my pants.
Day 2 on set. Got a couple of big seats today outside the cabin. Chopping wood.
But I really enjoyed it, and it kind of opened up some new doors for me. But anyway, there's a list here on MMA Junkie. The best and the worst MMA movies of all time. So starting at number 5, it's Conor McGregor and Jake Gyllenhaal in Roadhouse. Okay, we're not going to go through the top 15. That'll take too long. And to be honest, I mean, if you go through the list here, I haven't heard, fighting, I've seen that one. I'll be honest, fighting was a lot of shit. Kung Lee was in it, Channing Tatum. It wasn't very good, but hey, God bless everyone involved. Never Back Down. Oh, shit, that's in there. Number 8. Never Back Down 4. If you haven't seen that, I can't say shit about Never Back Down. I'm sure it's a tremendous film. I haven't seen it. I was in Never Back Down 4. The latest in this very storied franchise.
I didn't get your name.
No, you didn't.
But anyway, I'm going backwards here. I said I'd never heard of some of them, but I've heard of all of these. In fact, let's go to number 9. What's number 9? Damage. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Never heard of that one. But let's go down here. So there was Never Back Down. There's Fighting. Where is number 5? Roadhouse. Conor McGregor in his acting debut. Apparently, this served Amazon very, very well. Obviously, McGregor's a massive star. Apparently, it got streamed a ridiculous amount of times. It was his acting debut, so we'll leave that one there. Red Belt, I've never even heard of this. Who's in this one? Chiwetel Ejiofor, Emily Mortimer, Tim Allen, Jennifer Grey. Never heard of it. The synopsis: when a legendary playwright like David Mamet decides to write and direct a martial arts movie, it's going to get some attention. Then he went out and got a really decent cast. All right, we'll move on. I'm bored already. Number 3. Here Comes the Boom.
What if I dunk this ball in that hoop, then you have dinner with me at my house?
Deal. No, that's cheating.
Dreams are about to come true.
Right, Kevin James, big fan, hilarious dude, love King of Queens. But when Here Comes the Boom is number 3 in terms of mixed martial arts movies ever made, that's when you know you've got a problem with this genre. No offense to Kevin James, by the way. It's actually a pretty funny film, but I'm talking about some real heart, some real soul, Something to evoke emotions, like the fight game does. I mean, all these fighters have tremendous stories. Fair play to Here Comes the Boom. I'm not shitting on it. What I'm saying is it just shows there is a lack of good movies. Number 2, Bruised, came out in 2021. That stars Halle Berry. And of course, it had Valentina Shevchenko in it. And number 1, what could it be? Of course, it's the most well-known mixed martial arts movie on the planet. Of course, it's Warrior.
This is impossible. The 2-man fight for the championship's
It had Joel Edgerton, it had Nick Nolte, it had the legendary Tom Hardy in it, and it's actually a pretty good film as well. So I might go back and watch that one again. Oh, and by the way, there's another big-time MMA movie that's coming out soon. It's going to be called Atlas King. It's not really an MMA movie. It's a heist movie, but I will be in that one. Check that out for sure. I can't wait to see the Smashing Machine. I hope it's a massive success to everyone involved. Fair play to The Rock for taking on this project, paying the respects and paying homage to Mark Kerr, who had a legendary career. But anyway, what do you think about that? Number one, what an accomplishment for Mark Kerr to have his life honored and played on screen by somebody like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Let me know what you think about the trailer in the comment section, please. And I'll see you tomorrow for another video.